Hey tubers, this is Robert, 281979. I'm not working today. We had a day off due to some mechanical failures at work. But thought I'd do a little quick update video on the case of what I got accomplished so far. As y'all guys can see, I've got the hole in the hood. I still need to trim it out just a little bit more over here because it's kind of hitting on the breather. You see we overcut big time back here, which is fine. Ain't too worried about it. I've got the notched out around the pipes here on both sides. So the hood hacking is almost done on this thing. Everything fits. Y'all seen the other video how I wired it and everything. Didn't change much of that up, but it does hit on that breather just enough. I'm going to have to trim out just a little bit more here. Like I said, no big deal. It does hit right here on the intake bolt. Just a little bit right there. So I may just bend this hood out just a little bit right here. Get a little fit. It fits good. I'm actually waiting on some bells to be made for here. Go from this size up to fit the clingy, to fit the bigger exhaust port here of my Harley Davidson exhaust there, so that way the stacks will be completed. Update on the 3-point. I didn't want to use that plate. I ended up making another one right here. I went off my blueprints, which I got them all folded up. All the measurements on this one are correct on this plate. Problem is, when I put this plate up here, the drain actually hits about half of this hole. So it should have been down a little bit more. Therefore, the bolt holes are going to have to move. So this blueprint here is off just a little bit. So, but y'all guys can see here, I got all the metal here to cut my brackets. You know, I had to fold them up the other day, stick them in my pocket, and that's caused this issue. Of course, these right here are the turning arms, which is no big deal. I've got the ones off the Ford I can bend, cut down, put the cat eye ends on them, or the category 1 ends. Yeah. Man, this just kind of being a pain in the butt here. There, that'll work. I've actually got these two cut. It requires 2 of these brackets there. I've already got those cut, but the camera's not going to focus worth a crud. So I've got those cut. They're actually right here. I just got to clean the edges up and everything, drill my holes. I've got these 2 cut. They're right here. I just got to clean them up, drill the holes. Infamous. Take this one, move here. Which the next start of the plan I'm going to start doing here pretty soon is the loader bucket for the front of it. I'm going to start building that pretty quick. These 2 brackets here, I'm getting the viewfinder here. These 2 are actually right here in raw form. Still got to be drilled, everything else, and ready to go. Same thing with the smaller one here, which is right here. And then these plates here, which are for the, sorry, excuse me. Anyway, these 2 here are in these plates here. I got to cut them out still. I got the plate for it. Got some extra plate, some extra here for this. So if I mess up, I still got enough I can make another one. So all that's there. And then I've got this lift cylinder here, which was actually, I don't know what it came off of, but it was used on a snow plow in the front of a John Deere. So I've got that one, which this is actually I think it's a true 4-inch cylinder. I'm not 3 3/4 inch stroke, I think's on this one. The one I took off the Ford, which I remember what I'd done with it. I had it sitting over here. It's right here on the floor. That one came off the Ford. That's only a 2 and maybe a 3-inch stroke, if that. I think maybe 3. And the one on the case is a 3-inch. So I'm going to end up using this because it's got a little longer stroke on it. It's not as big around as the other two, but it'll still hold the same PSI. Because I want a little bit more of a stroke on this, so that way I get more lift and a little bit more down pressure. Because my blade will no longer fit on the front of this case. I mean, it bolts all back up, but my rod that I had connecting it is rubbing and hitting the motor, everything here, all my fuel filter and hoses. So what I'm going to do is completely disassemble it all, build the setup, come off of it, and make it to where it's a 3-point blade on the back, a drag blade. So that way I can actually get more out of it that way than I could on the front of this thing. So that's coming on, and then I'm gonna make a video of me building the weight box for this, for the back of this, which probably be next year. I'm gonna end up building the backhoe attachment for it, to where I can have a full utilization of this whole tractor. So, oh man, cold front came through last night. My sinuses are all jacked up, but that's what it is. And like I said, there's all the trailing arms and everything that I made off for that Ford. So what I'm actually going to end up doing is, the Ford's most likely going to the scrapyard. I don't know, I've seen a couple of them on eBay a while back where there's just the bodies and stuff. They sold for, one sold for $300 and the other one, it was in worse shape, went for almost $600. But I don't want to go through the headache and the hassle of spending money to put something on eBay just to hope that it'll sell. So, and this evening, since I'm not working, I'm going to eliminate this bar here, take the rod out from underneath it, take the micro switch off. So, because every time you start, you got to pull this back to start. I'm going to eliminate all that out of here. I'm going to start looking at taking the floorboards off so I can see about getting the Ford reverse pedal set up on it. So I can eliminate the drive up here, which is kind of a pain in the butt. As you go all the way forward, it'll slack off and go back to neutral, and kind of just irritates the piss out of you. So that's getting changed. I am going to leave the lift lever on here for the cylinder, which, like I said, I'm going to reroute all the lines and go buy more hose and attach it to the back. It will not have an underbelly lift anymore. So kind of however, whichever. And this cylinder here, I believe, was 3 inches and 3/4, where the other ones were barely 3 inches, and not quite 4-inch stroke. So, and I damn sure don't want no manual one with a hand, flip it, crap. I'm just gonna be lazy. I'm gonna go full out hydraulic on this thing. So, but anyway, here probably the next day or so, if not today, I'm gonna see about getting the MTD Big 6 back in here. See if I can start trying to get it finished up, get it completely buttoned to where I can maybe use it, utilize a little bit of mowing with it. And then sometime this summer, I'm gonna tear it down and go through the motor since it does smoke. So anyway, look for some videos coming up on some more updates on this one, some updates on the MTD, and some updates on that Dixon out there. So I'm I'm gonna try to get it all buttoned up here fairly quickly. Get ready for some newer projects, because I'm actually working on another deal with a lady. She wants them that little Dixon so bad she can't see straight, and she's got something over there I'd like to get my hands on. It'd be a nice project. It'd be a long project though, but I'd be really up to doing it. So and if anybody out there who's watching my videos happens to have any headlight assemblies for this case, shoot me a message or something. Maybe I could try to buy a set off somebody, so I can get the headlights put back into this thing. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video so I can get busy on this stuff, and I'll get another video here in a little bit. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe, rate my videos, comment if you like, and we'll see you guys here in just a little bit. Take it easy.